Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another pick a card reading, and today's requested topic is Will this love be long lasting? Now, this reading can apply if you're already in a relationship, or it can apply to a prospect that you have in mind for a relationship. But it is general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do that because there's a new upload every Sunday and Wednesday. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, love forecast for the year, or your finance forecast for the rest of the year, you can do so at the Vimeo links in the description box. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance, and on the screen are 3 roads. Go ahead and make your selection. If you need more time, you can pause the video, but we're going to go ahead and get started for those who chose road number 1. Okay, so for those who chose road number 1, will your love be long lasting? Okay, the first thing I'm hearing is I heard a very clear no. I feel that you're not meant to go the distance with this person. I also, what I'm getting for this group, for those who chose this group, I feel like you're with somebody who is a karmic partner. And I know, like, the general consensus or the common misconception about karmic partners is that they're all bad, but basically, like, even your soulmate, the person that you're meant to be with, is a karmic partner. It just means that you came into this life with karma to resolve between the two of you. Sometimes once that karma is resolved, you're meant to go your separate ways, and sometimes you're meant to resolve the karma and continue on together. But in this case, I get that it's more of a negative karmic partner. I feel like this person is a reflection of, I'm hearing, how you don't love yourself. And I feel like it's been a long journey to you getting to that point. I feel like you're already in the process of trying to love yourself, trying to better yourself, trying to elevate your energy. And I feel like this person has done the job they're supposed to for their part in your journey, and you're to part with them. For some of you, I feel like you're going past the expiration date of this relationship. Others, I feel like that expiration date is coming up and you can feel it. If you start to feel like this relationship is over, don't hang on to it. I feel like you're going to receive a blessing. The sooner you recognize that feeling and obey that feeling. I feel like for those of you who chose this group, there's a whole new cycle about to begin in your life, or it's already in progress. And like I said, this person is not supposed to be a part of this phase. Like, they've served their purpose. I'm not saying that this person was not supposed to be, like, they were definitely supposed to be a part of your life. They were definitely supposed to play the role that they did. It's just that they were not the type, they were not who you thought. Like, you thought this person was your, the one you're supposed to go your distance with. I'm also getting something about, like, I'm speaking to someone who feels as if love is pain, love is struggle. Like, you have that mentality of, like, you're supposed to struggle in love, and you tell yourself that nobody is perfect and relationship is perfect, and yes, that's true. But I feel like the amount of discourse that you've experienced in this relationship is not healthy, is not normal, and no, this is not a healthy example of love, or I would even say not even love at all. Like I said, this person, they probably put you through all that they did because it was pushing you to help you to learn to love yourself. Yeah, I get, for those who chose this group, you've really been struggling with self-love, I'm hearing, all your life. And I'm also hearing for somebody, like, it's been relationship after relationship where you've experienced this type of pain. And this is why you have, and I hate giving these type of messages, but I feel like I have to be, it's coming through as a very frank message for whoever needs to hear it, because I feel like you all have been in this cycle because you have adapted the behaviors of this type of relationship is normal for love relationships, and it's not. It's like you're about to go through a transformation where you understand that love is not supposed to hurt. And the person who is meant for you is not supposed to cause you pain, especially on purpose. Like, this person could have cheated on you, they could have abused you, emotionally, mentally, physically, in some cases all of the above. But yeah, you need to like you, it's like you're getting out of that cycle of thinking that that's normal, that that's what happens in the typical relationship. And I don't know, like maybe this person in some way groomed you, or helped, I should say, to groom you into thinking that they were doing this because they love you or because they were jealous. That's why they, treated you like this, because they saw you doing XYZ and they just can't stand the thought of losing you. And you started to have this mentality of like, oh, he loves me or she loves me, he cares for me so much. He's only going off and getting mad and, hitting me or whatever the case is. And trigger warning, I forgot to put trigger warning. I might have to put that in a title or something somewhere, but um yeah, I just get like somebody had that mentality or they have that mentality, but they're going to be coming out of it. Yeah, your eyes are being opened. It's been a very long road. Like I said, it's been all your life you've struggled with this concept of what real love looks like, behaves like, and I feel like it's all been negative. But I just get that you're finally coming into, like, you're finally awakening to the truth of what love is supposed to look like. Hold on a second. And yeah, so I feel like you're about to enter a new phase in your life. This person is not meant to come. I feel like a lot of you are getting that message though, because I feel like while you've been struggling with what all the behaviors and thinking that I described, I feel like you're starting to slowly wake up out of that and saying you deserve better. So I don't feel like many of you who struggle, who chose this group and struggling with that type of relationship or have a struggle with that relationship is going to continue with that struggle any longer. I feel like you all are coming into the truth, coming into yourself. You're finally like evolving into a person who loves themselves and know that they deserve better. I'm getting something in my head. I'm trying to figure out how that relates to the reading. I'm getting somebody's baby, a celeb couple's baby in my head, and I'm trying to figure out how that relates because I don't know much about. I'm getting Tyler, I think his name is Tyler Lepley and Miracle Watts' baby boy in my head. I don't know much about those two, their relationship. I don't follow them like that. But I do remember there was some drama around, like, this meant the Tyler's ex. Um, and I don't even remember the actual drama, but I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you know what I'm getting from that? Just the gist of what's coming into me. I feel like you all are going to leave this relationship. And like I say, you're entering a new phase in your life. And I feel like in this new phase of life, you're going to meet somebody who, I'm hearing calms your nervous system. Like this is a person who understands you on a fundamental level. They won't ever hurt you. And you might even create a family with this person. So I do feel like you have a real love coming. And this love that you're currently dealing with, that is ending. But you're going to receive this new love that's coming. It's going to be a beautiful foundation. You all are going to respect each other. And it's going to be much different from any relationship you've been in the past. Like all the toxicity that you endured before is going to be non existent here. And I just get, again, your nervous system is going to be calmed by this person, by this relationship. And it's going to be like, hindsight is 2020. I get like you're finally going to see in hindsight that everything you went through was not really love. So if you were calling these people like, I love them so much, or they're my first love, or my true love, I feel like your language about that, going forward when you do get into this new relationship in the future, I feel like you're going to look back at the past and say like, I wasn't really in love with those people. I didn't even love myself to know what love was, to even label that as love that I have with them. Yeah, so I feel like you're going toward like your first true love. This person is coming again in the near future. I don't feel like you have that long to go because I feel like you've woken up or you're awakening to something like a truth that you've uh, been blinded to for a long time. And it's like now that you're awakening, the reward is going to be a better match coming through for you. Yeah, don't be surprised if this person from the past, like as you start to grow and move on, this person from the past is going to try to interfere. They might even try to like get in your ear and come to you like, I've changed. Don't believe them. Or even if they have changed, you'd be like, great for you. And you keep it moving because the you and this person aren't meant to be together. Not at all. Like they can change and it's great because it means that you triggered them to change just as they triggered you to change. But you all aren't meant to go the distance or go any further on this road together. So yeah, just keep it pushing. Don't fall for this person's words. I feel like a lot of you are going to be like beyond that point of having a weak spot for that person in that way. You're going to appreciate. I feel like you're going to move on with grace. So you're not going to hate them or hold any grudges, but you're not going to be looking back like, "Oh, I need to give them another chance" either. Like that door is going to be closing soon, if not already closed. Okay, so we're going to move on to those who chose road number 2. Give me a moment to timestamp here. Okay, so for those who chose road number 2, will your love be long lasting? I feel like this is no. Um, for this group, I'm not picking up the toxicity that I picked up in group 1, but I do feel like this is like I guess you would call it a temporary soulmate. I feel like it's a decent relationship, but it's just not the one for you. At least not the one you're supposed to go the distance with. If you're, I feel like for a number of you who chose this group, you're not with this person already, but you're going to be with this person, or you're going to have some sort of dating experience with them. But I feel like it's going to be, like I said, temporary. It's not going to last, but you're going to have a good experience for, whatever time that you are together. I feel like it's going to be a good experience, but I feel like you all are going to reach a point where you start to see that you all have very different goals in life, that you're meant for very different paths. Yeah, it's like you like them and they like you and you enjoy each other's company, but it's like what I'm hearing Galapagos Island. Like this person could be into like marine biology and things like that. Like I like not I mean that could be a specific message for someone, but I get like your interest, your goals, like your paths, everything about you is very different. It's like you might want a life that's more fun driven and this person is more, for the lack of a better term, boring. It's like and I don't feel like it's a case opposites attract here, but I get like the opposites are attract, like that's what attracted you to each other, but the opposition is not going to allow you all to last. Because like this person might want to live in a place that you never want to ever live. They might want to do like, I'm getting camping. Like this person might be into camping and that's just like a no-no for you, but it's like a huge deal breaker to them if they are dating someone who isn't into camping because they really are into nature and the outdoors and you're the complete opposite. I get something like that. So like it's the differences that is that's going to cause this relationship to not last. Like I said, it's not anything toxic. Like you're good. You have a true liking and connection with each other, but it's just you're going to realize at some point, if you haven't already, that this, like, you're just too different and you can't make it work. Because the things that work for you, the things that are important to you, this person is the complete opposite of that, and vice versa. Some of you manifested this person, or you are manifesting this person. Some of you don't know this person well yet. You could like see them around, but you don't really know the like details of who they are, their personality. And I feel like you are manifesting them, or you have manifested them. So as you get to know them, you realize that they really don't match you at all. Like you thought just by looking at them, like, wow, they're attractive, and you thought just on the surface, like you all make a great match. and then you manifest this person in your life, and then it's like, I don't know, like I had an experience before where I would go somewhere every day, and there was this guy who also frequented the same place every day. And he would just stare at me. Like he wouldn't say anything. I mean, granted, I was with someone I was seeing, so that will, I'm guessing that's what repelled him from approaching, but he didn't know what we were because we weren't like one of those like intimate, PDA couples or whatever. We almost looked like friends who were in public. So I guess the guy was like assessing if me and this guy were together. But anyway, he would just stare at me all the time. And I found him attractive, but I never heard him speak. He would just be in the corner studying. He was studying for like MCAT or something. And yeah, so he would just stare, and I would, glance his way, but I wouldn't like stare back. And one day he was on the phone, and I heard him speak for the first time, and his voice turned me off. Like before he opened his mouth, he was so fine. But like when I heard him speak, I was like, ugh. I don't know, like the sound of his voice, it was ill to me. Like, so I get something like that. That story came to me because I feel like that could apply here. Like you are manifesting somebody, you see somebody around, and you're like, wow, you think like just based on the look of them and just what you're seeing, like this person could be great, like they would make a good partner. But then the minute you get to know them, because I got that story of like the man's voice turned me off. Like it could be like when they first open their mouth, you're just like, ugh, like I don't even like the sound of your voice. Or like you get up close and personal with them, and you're like, yeah, you're not even that cute. Or you just get to know them, have a conversation, and just what they're talking about is just, your views are so different. I don't know. It's just like something, when you get to know this person on an more intimate level, you're going to see that you and them don't really match. But I feel like you're going to see it through because you're going to think like maybe you can make it work. But I don't feel like that make it work mentality is going to last. Because again, I just feel like your differences are too different. And it's just like the foundation of who you are, it can't even blend to make, any kind of decent coupling here. So yeah, this could be a very short-lived relationship. I don't even feel like it could last, if you're lucky to make a year with this person. I pick up for a number of you, you are not with this person yet. But yeah, this person is not, they're not your match. But I don't get anything toxic. I don't feel like you all are going to end on bad terms, or you're going to have like, these really negative memories, or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. It's something about them. Like when you get to know them, it's just going to turn you off and say like, no, they don't really match me. They don't really give me what I've been looking for. They aren't what you thought. That's what I get. They aren't what you thought, but not in, like I said, it's not in a scary way. It's not in a negative way where you're just like, you're like, this is the most awful person I've ever met. Like they're nice. They just don't match you. I feel like your lifestyles are very different. Your interests are very different. You could be from two different cultures, and maybe you thought like, the cultures were more similar, but they aren't. I get something for some. This could be a very specific message. This person could say something that offends you culturally. Like this person could have a view of your culture that's offensive to you, and it's like how they grew up. Like they grew up believing that people of this culture thought like this, did this, or whatever. It's like they have this view, but it's been shaped by their upbringing. And I feel like in conversation, they might say something to offend you culturally, and that's going to be like the breaking point for you. You're like, nah, I can't date somebody who, like, you might find out for some of you or somebody listening, like your person is low key racist. You know, like you all could be from different races, or like I said, different cultures. But you realize that, okay, it can't work because they have like a very racist view of my race or my culture, and that just can't fly. But like it's almost innocuous, because I'm not gonna say like they're what they think is innocuous, but I get like their approach to it is they aren't trying to be offensive. It really is the way they were brought up, like their upbringing. They think this thinking is totally normal. This view of people of this race, their culture is totally normal. It's like nobody ever corrected their thinking or behavior. I feel like you're going to correct them, but I feel like you just don't even want to entertain, you don't even want to stick around to see this person changing viewpoints. It might change them, like whatever you say, however you check them, might change them, you know, for the better forever. But I just get like, you're not going to stick around and try to figure out, like, you're not going to try to force this or try to make it work, because you're like, nah, like I can't have somebody who thinks like that, who views me and my people like that. Yeah, so it's gonna be, you're gonna move on. I get that, for again, if you are not with this person already and you're going to date them in the future, it's going to be short lived, but I can say that you're going to have great sex with them. So that's a plus, you know, to this situation. It's going to be short lived, but the sex is going to be amazing. But again, it's not going to be anything that's going to be able to keep you together. Like sex alone is not going to make you want to stay. Okay. So we're going to move on to those who chose road number 3. Let me timestamp this here. Okay, so for those who chose road number 3, will your love be long lasting? Yes. You're gonna go the distance with this person. I feel like it's fated to be so. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that this is a love. I'm getting the message this is a love you never saw coming. So if you're already with this person, I get like this person came completely out of the blue. I'm getting a song. Like it's not coming through clear enough right now, but it's one of those songs that talk about, like, you know, catching you by surprise, you know, the love catching you by surprise. I get that energy very strongly here. This person completely comes out of the blue. They come at a time where, you know, you're not even looking for love. What song is that? It's like I wasn't even looking for love and you came along. It's some lyrics like that I'm hearing vaguely in my head, but yeah, it's like you weren't even looking for love and this person came along, or this is going to happen. This person just comes out of the blue where you're just like focused on yourself, focused on your goals, and then bam, love just slaps you in the face. And like I feel like the minute you have your first encounter with this person, you just know like this is where you're supposed to be. Like the first encounter does something to your heart. Like you feel this funny feeling or funny sensation in your heart chakra that just like grips you and it can't let you go. And I feel like both of you are having, it's a mutual experience. It feels like, honestly, this feels like love at first sight. Um and maybe like whoever is experiencing this, if not both of you, it's like you didn't think this feeling existed. This is something that like you thought was only in fairy tales and movies, but it's like literally you feel a love at first sight, but it's like you're scared to label it as that because you're like, I don't even know this person. But yeah, they come completely out of the blue, shock your spirit, and it changes your life. I'm getting a very specific, that could be, this could be a very specific message, but I get like somebody I'm picking up on, like you had a whole plan for your life. Like you were probably about to move, like you're about to start a new career, move to a brand new city, state, country. Like you were on your way to something big, like a huge change in your life. but it had nothing to do with love, but you were really excited about it. I feel like for most of you, this, if this message applies to you, whoever I'm speaking to, the change, the shift had to do with your career. So your career was about to take off. You were about to start a whole new life, somewhere else, doing something else. And then this person just comes out of the blue and it changes your whole plan. So like you don't end up moving, you don't end up, because I get a very strong energy of like relocation. Like you were right in the middle of, whoever I'm picking up on, like you were right in the middle of like a huge transition, like really like relocating somewhere. Even if not for a career, like maybe you were just planning to relocate just to give yourself a brand new start and you were excited about it, and I just get like this person comes and it's like they make you reconfigure your whole plans. Because you may have said, like, it's nothing here for me. Like, wherever you live, you're just like, like, it could be somewhere that you grew up, like, you've been born and raised there. And you're like, I need a new scenery. Like, it's nothing here for me. It's nobody here. Like, I'm going to go. And then this person comes and you're like, wait a minute. It is something here. So it's like you end up not even moving. I get that kind of energy. It's like you have a path. What's coming in as a message for me is the movie Eat, Pray, Love with Julia Roberts, and how she had this plan after her breakup to like, just be on her own and rediscover herself. And she was traveling, but then she met this man very unexpectedly, and she had this, like, when she felt what she felt after meeting him, she was kind of upset, like, no, you aren't supposed to be here, this isn't supposed to happen, I'm supposed to, like, she had a whole plan, and like this man just arrived out of nowhere and just changed her plans. And I get something like that for somebody, like you have a plan and this person comes in and you're almost like, did you have to come in right now? Because, like, I was really about to do something here. I was really about to have a fresh start, and you just came in and changed all that up. But I don't get that it's negative, though. Like, I feel like the divine is doing this. So if you've been stopped in your tracks from making a huge life change like that, I don't feel like you're meant to make that transition. Like, you probably were just doing it because you were just looking for something new, a new thrill, a new scenery. But I feel like the divine sent this person in to, like, at this particular time to stop you in your tracks, to stop you from making that mistake. Because maybe the move or this transition would have been a mistake. But yeah, you are not looking for this, and it comes in and it hits you in the face, and it feels like fate. It feels like love at first sight. It consumes you, every fiber of your being, from your head to your toe. I'm hearing somebody say, so this is what love feels like. Some of you have never even been in love before. Yeah. Even if you dated, you could have struggled with feeling like love for someone, like really being in love. Like you probably loved them like in a way of like caring for the people you were with in the past. Like you never felt like that strong, excited, passionate feeling for someone, but you probably always longed to. And it's like you're feeling it here. And you're like, wow, this is what it feels like. This is the feeling you've been looking for when you were looking for love, but you gave up on it because you thought like maybe this is just in my head. Maybe I watched a little bit, one too many movies or read one too many novels, and I have it all wrong. Maybe that's not how love is supposed to feel. But no, this person showed you that's exactly what you thought love is supposed to feel like. You feel it with this person. They make that feeling a reality, and somehow, like I say, from the time you meet them that this is your person. It's a mutual feeling. This person is like, you stop, this person makes you stop in your tracks, and you make this person stop in their tracks. Both of you, I feel like you had like a plan or something. Like you had a mode of thinking, like a direction for your life. And it's just like you all encountered each other and it made you change course. But like I said earlier, I was picking up that the divine did this on purpose. So what they were doing was course correcting the both of you to keep you from making the wrong choice or going down the wrong path. your energies complement each other very well. Like you have a difference, but I feel like your differences aren't like one of the previous groups I read, like the differences pull them apart. I feel like your differences keep you together because it's almost, I'm hearing supplementing what you lack this person has and what this person lacks you have. So it's like you complement each other very well. The strengths that you bring to the relationship is exactly what this person needs to supplement what they lack, and vice versa again. You the thing about this is you don't tick all of each other's boxes. Like if you had an idea of like what it is you were looking for in a person, you and this person like don't check off the list as far as like the physical is concerned. But somehow spiritually, like if you had a spiritual checklist, you check off each other's spiritual checklist. Not to say that you all aren't attracted to each other. Like something about it's just something very different. Than what you're used to with each other, but it's a good thing. Like you love it. It's like somehow oh, I'm getting a Neo song. You're the best thing I am. You're the best thing I never knew I needed. Yeah, his song I never knew I needed. I think is titled off the Princess and the Frog soundtrack. Neo. That song is coming through because it's like this person didn't even know, and you didn't even know that this is what you needed. This is what you were looking for when you were looking for love. Because as I said, when you encounter each other, you're not even looking for it, but somehow it brings you back, and you're like, this is exactly what I've been looking for my whole life. When I wanted love, I gave up on it, and it makes you just like if there was anybody like calling your phone trying to get your attention and same thing with your person, I feel like you're like I'm getting blocking, honestly. You could be blocking numbers, so these past people can't even contact you because you're done. Like once you find each other, you're like, this is it. This is my wife, this is my husband, and that's it. Like it's a wrap. You don't care what anybody else has to say. You don't care to see another person ever in your life as far as like romantically. Yeah, I just keep hearing what you never thought possible. What you never thought possible to find, you found in each other, or you find in each other, because this could be coming for some of you. And I'm hearing right around the corner. So if you haven't met this person yet, you're going to meet them very soon. And you're going to get that feeling that grips you in your heart chakra and just makes you realize that this is love at first sight, that this is the one. You're going to be very happy together. I get like your emotional happiness is going to last for the rest of your life because there are people who stay together, but they don't necessarily remain emotionally fulfilled by each other throughout that time. I feel like you all are going to be the anomaly. Like you're going to be one of those old couples who like never fall out of love. You never stop showing affection. Like you never stop sleeping together. You never stop sharing the same bed. Like you never stop romancing each other. Like it's going to be like that until your dying day. Literally. Nobody is ever going to be able to look at the two of you together and question like how like whether or not you all are happy together. I'm hearing the turtle song, happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. I feel like that song is like your theme song. Like that's how you're gonna feel. Imagine me and you. I do. I think about you day and night. Yeah, I feel like that song is like the theme song of your relationship because that's how you're going to feel for the entire time, like for the rest of your lives together. You're not going to imagine being with anybody else. Like I said, from the time you meet each other, it's just like you cut everybody off. You could block numbers, like you don't see nobody else. You don't have a desire to because you're like, you found the one. Even if you just met this person, like saw them and you had like one encounter and just exchange numbers like that night, you're both going home like I don't know, some of you might be sending out mass text messages like, hey, I can't see you anymore, or just blocking numbers, or canceling dates or whatever. I don't feel like you all are in that energy of dating, but your person might have been just like casually going out on dates and seeing people, but they're like cutting that off. You, like I said, your focus is elsewhere. Your focus was like a life change to do with career, or just overall it had nothing to do with romance, but like you're stopping all of that. Whatever you had going on, you're stopping all of that in your tracks. And this is your forever. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this pick a card reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, if you have not subscribed, you should go ahead and do that. There's a new upload every Sunday and Wednesday. If you would like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, or your finance forecast for the rest of the year, you can click on the Vimeo links in the description box to view those. If you like to book a personal reading with me, link to my website can be found in the description box as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance, and I'll be back with my readings, lovelies. Bye.